Hi everyone, welcome to the first week of our at-home Sunday School series, Spring Renewal. We're so happy to have you with us, and we are doing our activity right now. And since we're doing Spring Renewal, Penny and I wanted to invite you to our backyard. This is one of Penny's favorite places to be. You can tell that she's just loving it up. And today's story, I think Penny's had enough. We'll let her go play around in the yard if she wants to. Oh my, there she goes. We'll let her run around. She loves to run around the yard. So back to the activity. Today we talked about doubting Thomas in our story time. And you know what? It is perfectly normal to have doubts. Thomas had doubts that Jesus was alive after he saw that he had been crucified. And he needed proof that Jesus was still alive. Well, we don't have that kind of proof today. We can't see Jesus physically, so we have to have faith that Jesus is with us in our hearts, and that he's up in heaven with God. But when we have doubts, that is perfectly normal, and God welcomes our doubts because doubts create questions, and questions that we can pose to God. And when we pose questions to God, then we can deepen our faith and be stronger in our faith in what we believe. So just know that when you have doubts, don't think that that's a bad thing. That's actually a good thing, because we're human and everything doesn't go perfectly. Things get messed up, and you need somebody to talk to, and that can always be God. You could talk to God. You could ask him questions. Why this? Why that? And listen for the answers. Now, God's not going to. Being outside also has things like airplanes. God's not going to talk to you like he's sitting in front of you, but he's going to give you signs and in different ways be able to answer your questions. So just as an example of having doubts, but giving a little faith that things are going to work out okay, or that sometimes what you think is impossible may actually be possible, I need you to pull out the index cards that were in your kit. In addition to the index cards, I can't get them out. Okay, I'm going to take this one. In addition to the index cards, you'll need some scissors. Now, do you think I can walk through this index card, my whole body, walk right through it? Yeah, I would be doubtful too. I'm much bigger than this index card. Oh, we got some ducks flying overhead. Got all kinds of sounds. I'm much bigger than this index card, but with a little cutting, I think we might be able to pull it off. Do you believe I can do this? Or do you have doubts? It's okay if you have doubts. I think I have some doubts myself. Okay, so what you need to do in order to walk through an index card, you need to cut. First, obviously, I folded in half. I didn't say that. You fold your index card in half. And then about 1 centimeter from the end, you're going to cut so that you leave some of the bottom. So it's just like this. You see that? Okay. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're making it kind of like where this can pop out like this. Okay? And then we're going to take you did that on both sides, just cut about 1 centimeter down, but not all the way through. I don't think I said that. Do not cut all the way through. We're not cutting the piece off. We're just trying to make a big slit in the side. Okay, and then where we folded it, we're going to cut this. So not the outer edges that we made. I'll pop that way. So we're not doing the outer edges, we're just cutting down the middle of the centerpiece. Okay, so then you have something that looks like this. It's all held together by these edges, but it's open. You can make it like a little puppet, make it talk. Okay, now, but I'm going to fold it back up, and now we're gonna start cutting more little slits, also about a centimeter approximately. So you see how this end is open here, so I'm gonna start on the other side and about a centimeter out. I'm gonna cut again. And this time, oh, that was a little close to the edge. I'm still gonna stop. Each time I'm gonna stop, so there's about a centimeter, that's probably a few millimeters that I just did. I'll try to make it a little closer or farther away next time. But then I'm gonna rotate it for the next cut. So it's kind of like a zigzag. I'm gonna do that again, cut through one end, but leave it still solid on the other end, and then flip it over. We're gonna do that again, and then flip it over again. We're just gonna do this back and forth, never cutting all the way through. And leaving space at the bottom. You just keep going. Just keep going at it. And I chose colorful cards for you guys because I just thought it was more fun. Although you can certainly do this with any old white card. I also chose the larger ones just for me especially, to be able to walk through it. And in all honesty, I tried this with my son and it worked beautifully for him. I'm a little bigger than my son, although he's 6 feet tall, but he's not quite. He's got a skinny little waist, so we'll see if I can actually walk through this card. I do have my doubts, but that's kind of the point of the whole lesson. So if I didn't have doubts, then what would the point be? Because sometimes we have to take our doubts and just do it anyway. Just try. If we don't try, then we're not going to accomplish anything. Okay, so now you see that I have this, it's all still one piece. I didn't cut through anywhere. I'm going to open it up. Now you smaller kids, you could try this with a smaller index card. I did give you the large ones. Let me get a little closer so you can see. I'm going to open it up, and I've actually ended up making a big circle. Okay, so to the moment of truth. Can I actually fit through this big circle? Let's find out. Okay, I'm going to scoot back here. And I'm going to start with putting my legs through it. Oh, okay. So far, so good. Okay, I'm going to get up. Oop. See if it doesn't get caught on my clothes. Okay, I am not going to... It's chilly, that's why I got my jacket on. I'm not going to try and put it over my jacket. Okay, I think I'm going to do this. Put an arm down. Oh, can I get the other arm without tearing it? I did. And then up over my head. Woohoo! Well, walking might be a stretch, but I just put my body through an index card. Is that not the coolest thing? I love it. It's the very first time I've tried it myself, and it actually worked. So if I can do it, you guys can definitely do it. So try that at home with the index cards I gave you. And like I said, I gave you big ones. I'm gonna put my jacket back on. It's kind of chilly out here for spring. But try it with the smaller cards too and see if you can do it with the smaller card. So just remember that some things that we think are impossible, when we just trust in ourselves and trust in God, that we can do unbelievable things, especially when God is behind us and helping us. This is a silly little fun thing, but when we're talking bigger things about things that we might encounter at church where we're trying to help others, or at school where you're having a hard time with a tough subject, believe in yourself, believe that God is there to help you, and just try and ask the questions, face the doubt, and give it a good try, and trust that Jesus and God is there to help you through the tough situations. And if you hear any whining, that is Penny. I don't know. Here, Let me move the camera so you could see that Penny is sitting over here. Oops, sorry, very jiggly. I don't know what she's whining at. She's just having a good time sitting. She must see a squirrel or something that she's whining at. So anyway, Penny and I both say goodbye for now. Have a great week, and I hope you have a lot of fun with this activity, and I can't wait to see you again until next week. I can't wait to see you again until next week. I can't wait to see you again next week. That sounds better. Penny is saying the same thing, and I also think she's telling me it's dinner time. So you guys have fun, and I will see you next week. Bye.